Hello and welcome to another episode of the Contractor Grow Show. My name is Mark Lamberth. I'm the host of the show, and today I'm speaking with Brian Huelsman at Mile High Roofing Services in Westminster, Colorado. Brian, thanks so much for being with us today.
Yeah, good morning.
Another beautiful day in Colorado, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy winter.
Yeah, it is. Well, we've done a lot of research on Mile High, and really excited to hear kind of the story. Maybe you could just start with telling us kind of the history of the company and where things are at today.
Sure. Well, we started in 2010, so we've been 15 years plus, A+ rated in the Better Business Bureau. We're a small local roofing company, made here in Westminster. Have an office space off of 120th and Huron. Mainly do residential, some commercial. But yeah, we're just keeping at it.
Yeah, fantastic. So you run the business co-owner with your wife Heather. I mean, this has been kind of the main thing you guys have been doing for 16 years? I'm curious if you've ever done any other types of kind of remodeling or exterior work, or if it's really just roofing that you guys are completely focused on.
So I'm a general contractor and have been since day one. So we've always done everything exterior. Roofing is the bread and butter of the business. So that's why we're, focused on the roofing, but we do roof gutters, paint, siding, windows, anything on the exterior.
Gotcha. And I mean, here it seems like it's increasing, but I mean, there's a lot of, pretty serious hailstorms that happen here on the Front Range of Colorado. I noticed that you're also an insurance adjuster, and I'm always kind of curious how that kind of ties together, because we've seen, guests on the show or contractors we work with that are that have that higher level of education, being an insurance adjuster, and often they're able to sort of help homeowners more because an insurance claims comes in, maybe it's a, hailstorm comes through town, someone's getting a new roof replaced, but there's not only damage on the roof, it's also with siding and the windowsills and other parts of the home. And
Sure.
as a certified insurance adjuster, you're able to go in and do kind of a deeper analysis and ultimately help folks get more work done than just, a roof. Is that correct?
In a nutshell, yes. Unfortunately, insurance companies come out the first time and give a very light estimate on damages. So homeowners should always have a contractor, not just a roofer, but a general contractor with some experience with insurance. I'm not an actual adjuster. I just went through the same classes that they did so that I can understand the language and work with the homeowner kind of against the adjuster, kind of pointing out things that they did not see or put in the quote. So that's a bit of a process for sure after an insurance claim to try to get the paint, the windows, everything that the storm damaged. We're not out there trying to get insurance to pay for a bunch of stuff that, wasn't caused by the storm, but definitely anything storm related, homeowners should get compensated for that.
Sure. Gotcha. Okay. And I noticed you guys have also got a lot of expertise in sort of working with kind of removing and reinstalling kind of solar panels. Do you guys do solar installation, or is it just really kind of working around the industry where you're on roofs and there's already solar panels that are there and need to have kind of a higher level of skill of kind of dealing with, Tesla, wherever the solar panels are from, to kind of work around those, at kind of an expert level?
Yeah. So, as a general contractor in a small company, we don't have employees. So we subcontract, and we have 2 or 3 guys or companies that we use to detach and reset solar. A few years ago, when the tax credits were coming out for solar, we were kind of putting our foot in to do new solar installation. And since then, we've kind of backed away from that. There's just a whole can of worms that can kind of come out with that. So we, to replace the roof, we detach and reset the solar panels, but we're not selling systems to a homeowner installing something brand new.
Gotcha. Okay. Great. And then I noticed, I mean, Am I correct here that Heather, your partner, wife, business partner, is a licensed real estate agent as well?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. What I've seen a lot is, when you're kind of got expertise in these adjacent industries, that can bring, a lot of kind of valuable expertise just about transactions, kind of home valuation, staging, different elements of that. Does Heather's kind of real estate experience kind of tie into you guys work doing, local, just kind of excellent, roofing exterior work as it relates to kind of adding value to homes and sort of understanding how, um, having a roof and having that all replaced and done properly, certified, is going to, add value to a house, or maybe even come up on an inspection report, and it may need to be done. Does that kind of tie in at all, the kind of real estate experience that she has, and that is, into the business you have here with Mile High?
The only way it really ties in is that, she has her real estate team.
Okay.
It helps me kind of know the importance of timing. Like when due dates are done, you got so much time for a roof inspection to be done and things like that. So with real estate, the timing is the biggest thing. So just her knowledge and kind of sharing that with me. But I guess it is helpful. Yeah.
Sure. Great. Well, I noticed here in you guys reviews, you guys have got just a ton of reviews from happy customers. Folks consistently mention actually your honesty, right? They talk about Brian's honesty, attention to detail, willingness to go the extra mile, kind of fair pricing, focusing on doing things right. It sounds like just, the contractor industry, there's folks of, kind of all stripes, and, it's, you guys have been in business for a long time. How do you approach working with customers such that they are giving you guys consistent reviews, talking about your honesty, attention to detail, and going the extra mile?
So it goes back to when I started. Some of this may get it edited out, but before I got into this, I was a loan officer. I was a loan officer up until 2008, 2009, the housing market crash. I couldn't find a job. The only people that were hiring at that time were roofing companies hiring salespeople to go knock doors. There was a huge hailstorm in Arvada. So I, had to work. I got a job and as a sales guy. In the meantime, the owner of that company, he just moved here for that storm from Minnesota. He brought a bunch of his guys down. A week after I started, he went on this 3-month hunting trip to Alaska. So I was kind of thrown to the wolves to learn it on my own, on a call all the time with somebody in Minnesota, say, hey, what do I do here? What do I do here? What's next? And so I learned it pretty quick. And then when he came back, he never paid me. He didn't pay me, didn't pay the other sales guys, didn't pay the subcontractors for doing the roof, didn't pay the subs for painting, didn't pay the subs for doing the garage doors. He was keeping all the money. So, and then all the sales guys left. And as the sales team, we were really making that company a lot of money. And he had good vendors. So I saw firsthand the wrong way to do it. So when I started mine, it's like, get good people to do the work, pay them on time, tell the homeowner what you're going to do and do what you say you're going to do. And then they're going to refer you instead of not showing up on time, not doing the job when you tell them you're going to do, using a different type of shingle that's on their contract, and you're going to get referrals. And that works. That philosophy works. So that's been the whole thing, do the right thing. And then, ever since I was a little kid, my dad would just, Brian, what are you doing? Come on, do the right thing. What are you doing? So that whole thing has always kind of been in the back of my head.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. And, the guy I worked for, he's not the only one. Every year I hear, either subcontractors or salespeople, complaining that they're not getting paid. It's unfortunately a pretty common thing in this industry.
Yeah. Well, now what is the geographic service area that you guys work in? You guys are here in Denver. Do you go up and down the Front Range? We go up for, as far as Boulder, Colorado Springs, or is it all kind of like right here close by?
Most of it right here close by to Westminster, but I always say if it makes sense, we'll go anywhere. I did a commercial roof in Cleveland a couple of summers ago and was there for like 3 weeks.
Oh, no
So
way.
if it makes sense, we'll go literally anywhere. But most of, our advertising and obviously customers, insurance agents, realtors that we know are in the North Metro area. Our main focus is Westminster up to Longmont to Boulder, out to Fort Lupton. But we do jobs in Greeley sometimes. We'll go into Vale, Eagle if it makes sense.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's great. Taking notes here. Fantastic. Great stuff. Well, I mean, you guys are able to kind of scale up and down with subcontractors that are on your team. Just curious, sometimes I talk with companies and they're kind of at a really stable level and like exactly where they're at. Sometimes I talk to them and they are kind of in, growth mode and growing the business still. Where do you guys fall on that scale? Are you guys kind of in growth mode, or are you guys kind of at a really stable place with where you're at?
Right now, we're concentrating on growing. Up to this point, I've been pretty just satisfied with, doing everything on my own and, just having my freedom, not needing to deal with, any managers or salespeople. A lot less stress, but to grow, you need those people. So we're kind of moving in that direction.
Gotcha. Well, fantastic, Brian. Great story. If you're listening to this and looking for just a great roofing team here in the Denver area, or if you're looking to be on a great crew, these guys, Mile High Roofing Services, milehighroofingservices.com have got, just stellar reviews. It's actually interesting to take a look at the kind of personality of the reviews and how kind of glowing they are. Got 55, 5-star reviews here in town. What are the best places for folks to get in touch with you, Brian? Would it be just on the website, or are there any other ways for them to take a look at what you guys do?
Website's the best way to kind of get an overview of everything. Otherwise, you can always call me or Heather. We try to answer our phones all the time. It's exciting when it's actually a potential customer and not a telemarketer.
Right. Gotcha. Well, fantastic. You can find their contact details over on their website. Get in touch with, Mile High Roofing. It's milehighroofingservices.com, just like it sounds. And, they're just doing great, very honest work here in the Denver and kind of, North Metro area of Denver. So, Brian, thank you so much for being on the show today. Really great to connect and hear your story.